Moin aus dem Wunderland. Heute gibt's ein Update aus dem Regenwald. Peter wird euch ein bisschen rumführen, euch die Anlage zeigen. Ich war auch wieder drüben in Argentinien und ja, warum Svenno hier vor dem Wasserfall steht, werdet ihr sehen, wenn ihr dran bleibt. Viel Spaß!
Miniaturwelt is the big train station from rainforest. It has like a special architecture, as you can see in the passenger station building. And also, if you look the design from above, in reality looks like a model. So I also consider this to be funny, but it fits the model, it fits the purpose. And it will be like the only large train station here in the Rainforest project. The Miniaturwelt section is also in a status similar to Oro Preto. All the houses are here, everything is light up. We have the platform now, most of the tracks are in there. And what it remains is some fake tracks where trains will not run. It's just scenery. I want to also address this in the next following weeks. And of course, we still need some details all over the town of Miniaturwelt in the back. Also, I plan to remove all of the houses again because it's too risky to be working in this area or walking by it. And then we have like delicate buildings here that can be like, I don't know, accidentally stepped on or whatever. So I want to make sure that these structures are safe. Some of the features that Miniaturwelt has, other than the trains on the station, is that contains two car systems. They are separately. One goes all around the town and the station. We have included the mud street where the car is going to be like zigzagging. And also this one over here, which we call the Paco Paco. And these are the cars that are built with trash or junk. And it's a small one because it only goes around this corner section here. As we walk counterclockwise, we are now in the town of Manaus. This is a merge between the town of Manaus in Brazil and a similar town which is called Iquitos in Peru. We choose the best scenes of both towns to create this imaginary section here that I think fits because it has many of the scenes from those both towns. First, we have the big arm of the Amazon River, and also we're gonna feature with the joining between the Amazon River and the Black River. And this is special because the water of these rivers looks different, and for a while they don't really mix. So I think these are really interesting feature to have here in this section. I started already to remove some of the houses because we were working in this mountain here in the back. So yeah, it was not safe to work and have the houses here. I will remove all the houses to have a more clean area to work on. The houses look really nice. We have a lot of material like wooden structures, then we have some concrete, brick, sheet metal houses, and I think it has a lot of character, you know, and a lot of textures, and it overall looks really nice. Also, it features a car system, which is a really special one because it's not only road. You have a ferry connection that connects this section of Manaus with mainland through a ferry. And we've been working with this with Axel and with Mohammed. So I think this will look very, very nice. Everything that you've seen so far that looks really desertic and really dry, you have to imagine that this will mostly be covered in trees or some kind of greening. For instance, in the Miniaturwelt section, all over the train station, we'll have mostly grass. Also some bushes and tall grass. It's not like, for sure, it's not all deep jungle looking with big trees, but we still have a lot of greening, even when it's possible on top of the tracks. Those will be, of course, the ones that are not working. It's hard to imagine now, but this whole area should have thousands of trees. Also, you've noticed this huge mountain here in the back. This is part of a national park that is called Pontoes do Capixabas in eastern Brazil. As you can see, it has like really these special shapes, and the structure is kind of similar to what you can see in Rio de Janeiro. There was this concern about the height of the mountain, but I figure in reality this is insanely big. And since we included here, it at least should be an important size. Also, the main function of this mountain is to hide this pillar here in the middle. All around this section, you can see there is this wooden boxes, and these are actually the real locations of the pillar that exist in the exhibition place. So we have to consider this when we design and to consider the different points of view and how is this going to look at the end when it's located there in Block D. So it is important to have this in mind. Also, we need to consider that we have double the height over there in the central section. So I figured that having a reasonable sized mountain is good there. Also, in the back, there is the Peruvian Andes with the Machu Picchu section, which is pretty high. So it will create a nice contrast. So you will have some kind of privacy in some scenes where you can kind of discover them once you go around the model and see from different points of view. So that's the main idea behind this huge mountain over here. At the same time, there's also a High Line train that goes behind this mountain. This line goes roughly to this high, so it's good to have some more mountain on top of the train line, so it doesn't look kind of ridiculous that the train only touch the tips of the mountains. So that's the main idea with this mountain over here. Here there are some tricks with the scenery. I try to put the mountains as far back as possible. Most of the Amazonas in the Manaus section or the mainland Amazonas is flat. So I want to have as much of flat surface to create the illusion that we have a large Amazonian forest as possible. So it slowly goes and, rises a little bit into the mountains to create this kind of a stadium look. So once you are in the exhibition place looking at the model, you will have this this vision that the forest is huge. So that's the main idea on how the scenery was created here. Looking from above, you can read love written in the arms of this river. So it's also a nice scene. In order to complete the model in one go, of course we needed more space. And here you can see that we have installed the first module of the new section. Here is where the waterfall will be. In this case, for instance, I don't need to have such a larger mountain as the one that I show you before. So we will go with something a little bit different. But now we can talk a little bit about points of view. Here, for instance, I have kind of this narrow valley, and then from this point on, you will have some of these kind of more private scenes that you cannot see from everywhere else. For sure, there will be some train lines in the higher point. Now I have removed them to be able to work comfortably. Like after the tunnel, this will be like your first impression of rainforest. You'll have some more mountains here, but this is what visitors will be able to see. In this whole area over here, I plan to develop a little bit more about the rainforest. I want to have a little bit more of the Amazon River. I want to have a little bit more of this kind of, that it feels like a great surface of forest. This is the good size of the forest. This is something that we haven't talked about yet. We have like this kind of idealistic view of rainforest. And then on the other side, we will have some mining, we will have some, for sure, like the forest fires.
Ja, wie eben schon erwähnt, ich war auch wieder drüben in Argentinien, in Pilar, und habe wieder mit der Familie Martinez zusammen am Regenwald gearbeitet. Und ja, das ist alles immer gar nicht so einfach. Wie ihr ja schon wisst, sind das Puzzlestücke, die werden dann nach Deutschland geschifft. Und wir haben hier hinter mir im Regenwald in der Speicherstadt eine riesige Metallsäule, die die Decke stützt. Und da habe ich dran gearbeitet, den Berg darum zu modellieren. Es ist alles nicht ganz einfach, man hat bestimmte Maße und das muss alles irgendwie passen, von der Höhe, von den Proportionen. Denn das Ganze soll ja hier ein richtig schönes Gesamtbild bei uns ergeben. Jorge und Svenno haben zusammen an der Mechanik für den Iguazu-Wasserfall gearbeitet. Ja, und was wir so getrieben haben, könnt ihr jetzt hier anhand von ein paar Impressionen sehen. Also ich hoffe, euch hat unser Update wieder gefallen und und die Regenwaldfläche, also das gesamte Modell ist ja so riesig. Das war für mich auch ganz besonders, das mal jetzt wirklich live zu sehen und da vor Ort wieder mitzuarbeiten. Und da ist auf jeden Fall massig Platz für coole kleine Geschichten. Also falls euch irgendwas einfällt, irgendeine witzige Idee oder irgendwas, wo ihr sagt, das muss da sein, dann schreibt's bitte in die Kommentare. Also bis zum nächsten Mal.